another Elma, like me. All right, we're blessed tonight to have our guest tonight. We have my husband on the side, Apostle Pastor Glenn Kirkwood, and my other co-host, Cynthia Batari. And I'm going to let Cynthia introduce our guest because she is the one that said, can we have him on the show? And I said, yes.
Thank you.
So go ahead, Cynthia.
Well, Rahhimm is an inspirational artist. He's lyrics. What do you call it? Your lyricist?
Do spoken word.
Spoken word.
Amen.
And he's written a book, and he's just a positive brother that's trying to uplift our community and our kids. And so I'm just all about that. We all about that.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Amen.
that's
So
what
that's
we
why
are.
we had to have him on here.
It's like, it's pretty good to hear my background.
For someone else?
Yeah, it sounds good
help.
instead of the negative background they always putting on. He's been to prison and That don't give me no good, nothing. Updated background. Thank you.
Yes, I saw him in action at the Doc's Bookshop Poetry Night, and he just was flowing, and he had the whole audience captivated. It was really cool.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight we are going to hear a little about Rahhimm's story and how he got started and everything. And we're going to just let Cynthia go ahead and, I love interviewing. So my first question would be, tell me something about yourself.
Let me tell you something about me, man. My name is Rahhimm. Well, my first name is Khalif. Khalif means black king, leader.
Okay.
Rahhimm is my middle name, which means merciful.
Ooh.
So growing up, I always went by king. So
I
a king
like
with no identity, a king with no direction, a king with no mercy is not what you need to be.
All
You see
right.
what I'm saying? So when I grew into Rahhimm, it's like a metamorphosis. I grew into who I'm supposed to be, and merciful is what I go by. So, because in the middle stages of my life is where I need God's mercy. Therefore, I display mercy. So that's just a little about me. That's where I'm at in my development and still growing. I'm also a writer. I'm also, people say inspirational or motivational speaker. I don't really consider that. I just keep it 100.
Well, that's inspirational when you keeping it 100. That because people like to. Well, I'll put it like this. I like to hear truth better than somebody pretending.
Yeah.
And you being transparent, you being yourself, and you capture people more by being yourself, because see, they hear so much faking and shaking, and then you are a young man and you have a family, right?
Yes, ma'am. I have a
Okay,
wife
give a
and
shout
6
out to
kids.
your wife, baby.
What's up with it? She already on there. I already said what's up with it. Jessica,
Beautiful.
and all the kids.
Amen.
So
How many children do you have?
we have 6.
6. Whoa!
right.
My youngest
Busy,
one is
busy,
2
busy.
months. Yes. Busy. Man, the Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply." Right?
Use the word on it.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So remember, if you all have questions, write it at the bottom of the screen, and we'll try to see if he can answer them in this time limit. Okay, so how did you start your books and writing and your poetry and all that? Because we want to hear one of them tonight now.
Let me just kick you on where it come from.
Okay.
It's called Crossfire.
Okay, go ahead with
All right,
it.
here we go. It say he's looked down on for being a gangbanger. Ridiculed, hated, treated like a stranger. Folks telling him he needs to quit, but getting out could be more danger. Blood in, blood out, homies ain't feeling the new. Confused and feeling trapped just like you, but paralyzed with fear, just like you. Cause to turn your back on your crew ain't keeping it true. And enemies don't disappear cause you claiming you're through. Throw your hands up if you want to. They unleashing the tubes. Hot rocks heated, now you drowning in pools. No future, no life for trying to live right. And the ones that talk down are never around, so they don't know what it's like to see another homie down, another casket dropped, another beef spark, another mother sad face, another granny's broken heart. A couple more kids with no father figure. Another victim of the faceless trigger. Told him to disconnect, but didn't connect with him. Didn't want to teach him, wouldn't give him a chance because mistakes in the past. So why disconnect from my world to come to yours to be treated like a stranger? Because I'm stuck in the middle, which is a lot more danger, because I'm stuck in the crossfire, where anybody's a victim because I'm aimed at all angles. Wow. So That's my whole purpose is to reach those that's in the crossfire. Because as you stated in the beginning, you said a lot of people be pretending and faking, and they're not really pretending. They're just being who they are.
Okay.
Because they don't really know who they really are. So the pretend self they have to be.
Okay.
So they can't go deal with a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can't talk to someone that really don't know themselves.
Yes.
If you talk to a book, the book can only give you the information from the book.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that's what you get a lot of.
I like that.
So when I talk from experience and maybe from a book. So I had to put my experience in a book.
I love that.
That's good.
Therefore, guess what? I hated reading when I was younger.
All right.
Not because I couldn't read, but because the material didn't interest me.
Okay.
And that's where you find a lot of us young people at.
That's
Especially
good.
young black men.
Yeah.
We don't want to read because you ain't giving me nothing to read.
Okay.
If the first thing I read about in history is slavery, I don't want to read that.
Over and over again.
makes
Every year, I don't want to read that. I get 1 month out the year, Black History, so the rest of the month is what? The rest of the 12 months is what? It
White
must be
History.
White History Month, because I only get one. Right?
That's only 28 days.
And that's on the shortest one in that.
Yeah.
And y'all taking attention off my month because of Valentine's Day.
Whoa!
Another paganistic thing, but that's something
President
else.
Day in there too.
You got all these different things
Yeah.
interrupting my month, right?
I know that's right.
So guess what?
Yes.
That's why I wrote this book. That's how God gave me the ability to look out of myself to see it, write down the blueprint. And I used to read my mail. I used to read letters. I ain't had no problem reading a letter when somebody wrote it to me. So I wrote the book in a letter form.
Oh,
That
okay.
is awesome.
You want me to kick in the intro to the book?
Go ahead.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, here it can say, Dear little homie, as I sit in the confines of this place called hell, my iron bunk and barred windows that constantly remind me I'm caged, and barbed wire that constantly remind me that it's sharper than my rage. So instead of acting a fool, I just release on this page to pass on the pain in mental form only, cause I never want you to experience the true meaning of being lonely and to face cruel facts, like your best friends could turn rat to keep the odds stacked and give lies as facts. Can't say it's racism cause even rats are black. Shake your hand, kiss your cheek, and even pat your back. Friends is watered down, so relax and kick back. Cause these are words from your big homie. Harsh, cruel facts, from the abyss of hell to right where you at.
Now, some people don't know your story, so can you give us a little background? Now, we can tell that you were in the place that you just described was prison, right? How old were you when you went to prison?
When I first went to prison, I was 17. I went to prison at 17.
Only for a couple months, and then they let you out, right?
No, never been out. From 17 to 28 is where I stayed. No prom, none of that.
Wow.
So I was sentenced to 19 years. But it's nobody's fault but my own.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So from 7, I'm the one that robbed. I'm the one that made counterfeit money. I'm the one that did this.
Okay.
So it's no external factors influencing me to make me do things. I did it. I did it. I found people that wanted to do it with me. We did it. You know what I'm saying? And so since we did it, we took our time.
Okay.
And from there, that's when I might have felt remorse.
How much time you gonna
I'm
spend?
sure they
That
would
makes
not do it
sense.
if they knew it on the front end.
Yeah,
It
nah,
could
you ain't
possibly
gonna
be a
know.
mistake.
You know, and then I believe that even though I went through that, it wasn't God's doing at all. Me to be
Thank you.
incarcerated.
Right.
That's a plan of the enemy.
Right.
Yeah, I just happened to go out of my mind that I don't lose my mind.
Yeah.
But I had to lose my mind to find my mind.
Good.
You see, so that incarceration, that became my university.
Okay.
That's what I like.
I like that university.
Yeah, prison became my university. The same way y'all went to school and certain things and spent time in school and didn't have anything, but stayed on campus. And I stayed on campus too.
You did.
I didn't have any distractions. I didn't have no distractions. I could wake up and work out and study.
Okay.
Right? I was one of the
Who was the instructor?
God.
I know that's right. You fight all them demons every day that you.
And
was
then
coming
you
up
start to
against.
understand. So even one of the psychologists, they used to tease me and be like, "Oh, you think you're a psychologist?" And I'm a thugologist. Right? I understand. So yeah, that's kind of where it was.
Amen.
That's good. How did your parents at that time felt when you had to leave them?
Hopeless. They felt hopeless.
Really?
Cause being a mother. Now I'm a father, and just being there for all my kids' birth and watching them grow and holding them and nurturing them, and then seeing somebody take them from me as if they not mine.
Yeah.
That I'm not going for that. It's like nah.
Yeah.
I was dead. You see what I'm saying? That mine was a hopeless, but I wasn't dead. I was dead, but I wasn't dead.
Yeah.
You see, I can still be reached. I still got an opportunity. The prison is an opportunity. The grave is the end of it.
Right.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So they happy now?
Yeah, they happy now.
All right. That's good.
So what age range are your kids?
My oldest is 12, and it goes all the way to 2 months.
Wow.
So everything in between that, you can bet you pick a number. You can pick a number.
Now, were you involved in any kind of gang?
I grew up being in the gangs, running with different people. Like growing up, first you're not really you just in the mix, and the mix starts to break off into certain neighborhoods and sets and stuff like that, and you grow up getting put down with the mix. You see, so whatever your neighborhood is, that's pretty much what gang you gonna be in, and it's not really nothing to be bad. It's just this your mix, this your people, this your clique, and we just all rep the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, so when you said rats will sometimes be black, and then friends will turn into like a person that takes a, what do you call it? Takes a plea or takes a.
Okay.
Did that happen to you?
Oh yeah. We had a couple people that snitched on us. now it's
snitched.
Now let me explain snitch, because see, in the black community, we think snitch is just always wrong, right?
Right.
Because if somebody come in here right now and shoot to this door and the police come and I'm like, hey, that was him. Am I snitching?
No.
No, I'm not snitching, because I don't have no cahoots with this person.
Yeah.
I don't have any alliance. We haven't. It's none.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where we think that at. So when me and the group that we chose to do this crime, we knew the consequences that hey, we could get in trouble. So that means if we get in trouble, everybody shut up.
Right.
Everybody
if you don't
shut
have a
up.
betrayer, they can't do nothing to y'all because they won't have no witness.
Who gonna talk?
They won't have no witnesses to prosecute none of y'all.
Exactly.
Wow.
But that's what a snitch is.
But the thing that the Lord has been dealing with me, and then we're gonna get back to that in a minute. The Lord been dealing with me about that is that that's the most dangerous person. Is a person that is pretending to be your friend but is really your enemy. Because the betrayer, if there's no betrayer in the mix, a lot of times when you were spitting off them lyrics, that's what kind of touched me, because I've already been kind of thinking about that, because I'm building a ministry myself and I don't want no fake false brethren. You know, if you don't, and they're always the one who wants to give you advice, who wants to act like they for you. Is that kind of what was going on with you? Is like everybody was cool, or was it that everybody just kind of wanted to get their time lowered? So
they're saying, well, we're gonna offer you 60 years, sign it. Or we're gonna offer you 35 years, sign it. We're gonna offer you 25 years, sign it.
That sounds.
I told my partner, hey man, I'm just gonna sign my 19, and he was like, I'm gonna sign for my 17, and we finna go, right? We finna just get out the mix. We ain't finna keep playing with these people, right? I mean, we know what we did.
Yeah.
We're not finna take it to trial like we innocent. Nah, we not innocent. We did it. You know what I'm saying? And so we just need to go on up the road and deal with it so we can be over with. But everybody's mind is not like that.
That's right.
You know, so even like what you saying, if you look at any structure from anything, it's always that. It's always somebody.
Agent that messed up the whole.
It's always somebody. So when you pick your team and pick your circle, you got to be able to really evaluate.
That's true.
You got to really evaluate. Like you can't just let everybody come. Sorry, everybody can't come.
That's right. Everybody can't come now. Y'all hear that?
Hey, I always
Some
say,
gonna get left behind.
sorry, it ain't my fault. It ain't
That's
my
right.
fault. We was here to meet. You were supposed to give me some game. I'm supposed to give you some advice. And I'm not supposed to take you to the next level with me. We just happen to come through this fork in the road. That's it. Now,
That's it.
and that's the problem. We become too attached to the appointment that when the appointment is over, we want to
Still be friends.
take them with us. Nah, that don't work.
That season, that's
It's
season.
over.
And you know, some people think that that they supposed to go with you all the way, and some of them are not. Some of them are not going to go all the way. So you, like you said, you do get attached to it, and then when you start separating, it's sort of hard. But everybody's not going to walk the same walk with you.
Some people
Everybody's
can't
not
handle the
gonna-
pressure for
Yeah.
the next level. They can handle you at this level, but they
Yeah.
can't handle you the pressure that's going to come with
Come
that
with
next
that.
level because, that's
You
all.
know, well, the word says that two people can't even walk together unless they agree. You know, even if individuals, whether you're doing something right or wrong, if you're doing wrong, you get somebody to agree with you. And you know they with you, you know what I'm saying? And so now when I see it now, I know it's because of spiritual. You have the same spirit, really. The reason why you do this. But even as you have made your change, now how many are agreeing, you know, to make the change with you? You see what I'm saying now? Okay, now, I'm not going to do this anymore. Now, how many are going to do this with me now? When I changed, I was going left, and now I want to go right. How many want to go right with me?
Right.
I mean, have you been affected by that, even with your friends and all?
To a little bit, because I'm at a state where mentally I don't look for that right there no more. You see what I mean? Like I don't look for
What we all have in common.
yeah,
not
like
as much.
who gonna ride with me all the way to the end? I don't look for it no more. I'm just okay. If you here, you here. If you're not, you're not. But you're not gonna hold me back.
Back. There
Right.
you go.
And
Right.
you're not gonna
Right.
Yeah.
continue to hold me in the light that you
You're
met me in. You see what I mean? You might
Right.
have met me in this state of
Bring up my
mind,
past.
Right.
but I'm not in that state of mind
Right.
no more. So
There you
That's
go.
not me.
you
Right.
steady
Yeah.
trying to identify, and you wondering why you getting the response you getting because that ain't me. You talking to
Right.
somebody that ain't even there no more.
Right.
You talking like you talking to somebody that's been back there when you was 17 and
Yeah.
18. You passed that
I'm
now.
past that. I don't care.
Amen.
No
And
more
that's the
about
only
that.
logo that they have right there. Just
Oh, yeah.
because that's how they are. You know, they back. It's just like when I go back home, I'm at a different level, and they still talking about stuff we did in high school. They still on that level.
They
like,
haven't they haven't went to that next.
they still doing
stage.
the same thing
Oh my God.
that they was doing when I was in high school.
That's the
I'm
Right.
past that now.
Right, and they still there.
They still there
They're
doing
still
that
there.
same stuff, so I'm past that. And sometimes, does the conversation seem different when you done moved on?
My conversation be short. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
I love it.
Conversation be short. I didn't got to the point where your phone worked just like mine.
right.
If you
All
don't
right.
call me, they ain't calling you.
You
That's
okay?
it.
Oh,
I
bro,
ain't
why
got
you
no
didn't
hard-
call me, man?
Why you ain't call me?
See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
There you
Give me
go,
a
right
high five. I hear you on that. Why the it got to be me calling you and
He
stuff
think
like
she all
that?
that now. She thinks she all that.
Oh, but no. You done moved up now. You got books. You doing this.
All
Oh,
right.
you think you better than us. Have you ever heard that too?
Oh, yeah, I hear that.
So your conversation still short.
Yeah. Because it don't matter. Like,
doesn't-
you
yeah.
can't get mad because I want to be better than I don't compete with nobody.
Thank you.
You know, I never compete with nobody. All I do is just compete with myself from yesterday.
Okay.
You know, so if I didn't do as good as I thought I could have yesterday, then I'm gonna make sure I step my game up. I'm my biggest critic, and so
Okay.
the people that I talk to, they can say what they need to say. You know what I mean? If you see something, like even with my wife, she might try to tell me something. I'm like, but I wasn't asking your opinion. You know, on this one right here, I was just expressing something. You know, but when I ask for someone's
When I
opinion,
ask, right.
like, hey, what you think about this? Then I'm gonna listen to you. But a lot of times I don't want to hear it because I'm doing some self-reflection.
There you go.
And I don't really need no one else's opinion to alter what I'm looking at.
Right now.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I'll catch up with you later.
I definitely
That sounds good. I like
good.
that.
That's good.
So if you don't want to go with me, bye. What they said? Bye, Felicia. Bye, boy. Boy, bye.
I know it's when people like that, they want you to explain yourself to them. and I don't understand where they get that like, what do you call it?
Entitlement.
That entitlement, like they feel like you owe them some kind of explanation because y'all used to be so close and now you drifted into another place. But you're like, I didn't say you couldn't come with me, but I'm just saying you ain't about to slow me down, you know. And that's what they be like. They want to waste your time making you explain yourself and why you doing this and you can't. And that's why I understand why he's saying the conversation has to be kind of cut off because it's the time they become time wasters because they don't really want to come with you, but then they just want to slow you down with this nonsense.
But then you got people that just want to pick your brain.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They
See
wanna
what?
pick
Yeah.
your brain and see what you own, but don't want to really get in with what you own.
Or do you think that they pick your brain to try to see what they can take?
Yeah, them
A lot?
leeches.
Thank you.
No lie, I am not gonna. You see,
Say that again, bro.
that Malcolm X said that. A
Say
friend
that again.
A real friend is someone that will not deny your right to grow or demand your silence.
Okay.
You
I
see,
like
so
that.
a lot of times you gotta be silent in a relationship
Yeah.
because you can't really
Be yourself.
You.
Express yourself.
That show you that's not
Yeah.
a friendship.
Okay.
Then you got someone that don't want you to grow, but it's cool. See, everybody make great plans when we broke. We got the best budget.
Oh yeah.
When we broke, we can talk about how we need to save, invest, and all that.
All right,
But the
good,
moment
good.
somebody gets some money that
They
wasn't,
don't want to talk no more.
oh no, I'm doing this with my money. Hold on, but I thought we was gonna do this.
Together.
No, it ain't. Because everybody like to, because misery love company.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
whether you smiling inside misery, it don't matter. You gotta recognize the pit of misery. Misery is just a room. And if you in that room with misery, no matter how many laughs go on in that room, you still miserable. No matter how many drinks y'all passing in that room, you miserable.
That's
no
right.
matter how much
That's
weed
right.
you smoking in it, you miserable. Lovers, you miserable. All these things and coping mechanisms are coming in this room because it's a miserable place.
Right.
So until you get
That's
out
right.
this misery, you ain't never gonna elevate.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
That's the zone.
That's the zone. And a lot of people like for you to stay in that zone.
You like being in
They just
there.
trying to keep
Yeah,
you
they
there.
try to like what is that thing you say crawfish?
The lobsters, you get to be excited. The
Yeah,
lobsters.
then the crowd was it the crawfish, the crab? What is
Yeah,
it?
that's the
That
crab,
when they
the
going up, they
crawfish,
pulling
oh,
you
yeah.
down
Yeah.
and stuff, and you trying to move forward. And here they are trying to. That's the reason why you got to be able to be stronger than that and not listen to a lot of that. You know, so
And he feel
Yeah,
like
you
he's
get
done
comfortable in it.
Yeah.
It becomes the norm. You know, even there are times when I remember, even in my past, that certain people I knew were liars. I would go around them so I can hear lie. You know, I knew they were, I don't know, because I just wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
You know,
They didn't
and
have
so
no
it
shame,
becomes
no
a
shame.
part of you until then. And when they lie on you, then it's something
It's the
different.
problem.
yeah, then you get mad.
I ain't talking to him no more.
Yeah.
He been lying. You knew that.
You do it all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time.
He
But
just
then
wasn't lying on you yet.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
funny,
yeah.
It was funny and entertaining with somebody else.
Yeah.
That's true, though.
When they lying on somebody
Somebody
else,
else.
that stuff that is awesome. I love it. One of the questions on mine was, where's your book? Do you have your book online? Or?
Yes, it's at blackmindsmatter62.com. Blackmindsmatter62.com.
Black Minds Matter
62.
62.com.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And,
So
All
and
right.
how much is your book going for?
the book right now is ebooks that's online for sale for adults. It's $10 ebooks.
Okay.
If you just have to get a hard copy, they $20. But I have a project called Project 100,000.
Okay.
And what I'm doing is I haven't been selling my book anymore.
Okay.
Only ebooks, e-copies. You know, so if everything else is, I go to the different alternative schools.
Okay,
and we're
good.
going to juveniles. We're going to where these young people are at
Right,
that
right.
need a blueprint.
Yeah.
So after we talk to them and share our story with them and give them some tools, we give them a blueprint. You know, so you can donate on there, anything like that. That's cool. That's what your donation's going for, is uplifting. It's gonna be somebody else that's gonna have to open the door for us.
Right.
But if we continue to allow what's shaping our youth today, I don't even want to go outside when I'm older. To be honest with you, cause I ain't gonna be able to throw down with them.
You ain't gonna.
That's right.
They ain't gonna have no problem walking up and punching me. They ain't got
That's right.
Cause they
They
being
doing it
taught,
now, really.
Yeah, being taught
Yeah.
no remorse. They being taught no principle. You snatching all these things out, and people jamming it and enjoying it only because of the beat. You see, but what's being programmed and sent to you in a subliminal message is what's going to your core. And your core is what's producing your actions.
Right.
So if your actions are being produced by an outer force that's already negative, we're going to have a negative result.
That's right. That's right. And stuff like that. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now. And I'm going to let Cynthia go ahead and do her announcement. And remember, you all send your questions. If you have any comments or anything, put them at the bottom of the screen so we can discuss them.
So I hope everyone is getting ready for the new year, making goals, doing things like that. We was talking about that on one of our shows. It's time to go into the next, what the Lord has for everybody. So I'm hosting a, it's kind of like an empowerment workshop, and it's on February 9th. And you can go to kingdomwarriors20.com to get more information about it. But it's in Arlington, and it's $10. It's $10 to come because it includes like your workshop fees and all that kind of stuff. But if your ages 19 to 28, you're free, because I want the young people there too. And I know some of them ain't got no money, so I want them to still come. So I do want the young folks. I want you there, because I'm also. This event is just gonna kind of be a jump off for something else I'm trying to do in June. That's gonna be really only for the youth, or young women only. But I need some young people to come out. I've had some other stuff that I really was just only having it for women or older, more mature saints. But this one is really open to whoever wants to come and be empowered, because we're gonna be talking about a lot of things that are gonna help you just kind of meet your goals, help you get a little bit closer to them this year, and that's it. Power in Me is what it's called.
Okay, you need to give them the address too. So.
Give them the address. Okay, it's Fuchsia's Enterprises on 130 East Barden Road, Suite 104, Arlington, Texas 76018.
Okay, and they can register at
Eventbrite too. It's Power in Me.
Okay.
And on Eventbrite you can search Power in Me empowerment, and it'll come up. Or
Okay.
Kingdom Warriors 20, it'll come up too.
So we want to encourage you all to try to come to this, and it's going to be from 10 to 12. And $10 is not that, it might seem like a lot of money, but it's not. If you go to Whataburger, you're going to pay at least $8 and something for a Whataburger. And, I know that, so.
$11.
You're right, because I love some Whataburger. So.
And Ford Stadium, when you go anywhere else, you know
pay,
you can't
you're
go.
Gonna pay more than $10.
You're gonna pay more than that, and it's not even something about you or making your life better. It's just watching somebody else do their gift. But this is about you becoming. It's to empower you with your talent. So just time to invest in yourself. That's why I'm saying, like, I know you won't be disappointed. That's why I'm so excited about it, and I really want people to come. But I know who are gonna lead the right people to be there.
That fee is $10. Get there. Get there.
Don't be making no excuses.
No, man, because you gotta be for real with that.
That's right. Do it.
Because like I said before, man, you can't. Don't let people pimp your passion.
And they have tried to do it. They have tried to do it.
$10 ain't nothing. We run across. We drop $10.
Yeah, we can drop.
$10. You get your hair done. You pay
more than that. Cause when I buy my wig, baby, they gonna be
10,
at least 25 to 30.
This was 10, right?
Stop playing. Stop playing.
So we need to go to this. So we gonna
Please
get out there and go.
Thank you.
That's on February the 9th.
That's coming up real
And
fast.
that's going to be in Arlington, Texas, not that far from here. So let's all us go. And what you say? Don't pimp what?
Don't let people pimp your passion.
Pimp your passion. Pimp your passion. P&P. Okay. All right. Now back to Rahhimm. We're so excited that you're here with us.
Excited.
You're a young black man that's out there. You're encouraging the young people. How, when you go into the school, how do they receive you when you walking in? Do they give you permit? How do you get into the schools to talk to alternative school? Like you say, do you have contacts or to get in there or what?
It's been the counselors
Okay.
at different campuses that has opened it and let me come in, and it's been great. I say it's favor,
That's right.
from the Most High.
That's right.
So with that favor, it opens some doors, and then the people that's in the right place, they got the same heart.
for the children,
for the
Right.
youth that I got.
Yes,
So
yes.
they're not intimidated by me coming to speak. So it's like, okay, he's saying what I'm saying in a different way.
Right,
As long as we
right.
getting a better
You
result.
say it
Hey,
right,
come
that's
on.
good.
Yeah, come
That's
on
right.
in. But
Right.
then
If
you
they
got
listen, let them listen
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because you
got
helping
those-
them in a sense. You're telling them.
Yes, ma'am.
preventing
Right.
preventing more of them from going
Going
down that
to-
same
going
way.
down
Yeah,
that-
we working on prevention.
Right, there
See,
you go.
You getting in prison and working on
After
getting
the
out.
fact.
Right.
You already
trying
got
to keep
the
'em from
mark
going
on you.
in, too,
Yeah,
right?
let's prevent.
Yeah.
Let's prevent that.
Right.
You see,
Right.
but you got some people that so self-entitled in their positions, but like I told you, their books, that's all they got. They went to school all day. Like, that's great. I'm not knocking it.
Right.
But your degree with no people skills is a problem.
Thank you.
You ain't
You don't
reaching
have
nobody.
no people skills.
You ain't helping
You have no
nobody.
community service.
That's right.
You don't do anything.
Right.
Tell it.
But you just want everybody to come to your church.
Yeah.
You see, basically.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear you, man. I can't even talk to you, man.
Yeah.
If I do try to talk to you, you put me in line. I have a problem now. You see that I need to talk to you now.
Yeah.
So get in line. I'll speak to you 4 months from now. And that's a problem.
Right.
And that's the problem with a lot of our
Playing games.
leaders
Oh, yeah.
in our
That's
community.
right.
It's just like they
They're not accessible.
campaigning.
They're not accessible.
campaigning.
But they campaigning after they get in there, they don't have time.
Yeah, I got
for
no time.
you. Yeah, but they have
Yeah.
time to go out and campaign right then.
Get your vote.
But I need you now, and that's what a lot of our kids are saying. I need you now, and then you have some that have been neglected at home.
They already
so
experienced it.
they're
Right.
experiencing that
Right,
at
at
home,
home, so,
and
you
then
know.
when they go out, they don't have no, they don't care.
They don't have a
Because
Because they
foundation.
feel like their
Don't have no
mother, their
foundation.
fathers don't care anything
Yeah.
about them, so they have to go out there and try to find somebody to love.
And that's what we connect at. That's where you get. That's why you got a lot of people in gangs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You know, and even gangs didn't start for nothing negative. You
Right.
know,
It
like
was a brotherhood at first.
yeah, like Crip, community revolution in progress. Community
Oh, that
revolution
what that
in
meant? I
progress.
never did
Yes,
know
ma'am. We did not start for
Wow,
nothing
I
negative.
did not know
The
that.
media has made us negative.
That's how it started.
The lack of
To try to
leadership.
disunify, what
Yeah.
we were doing.
Wow.
When you hear people say dog,
Yeah,
from like the blood is brothers leading others out of darkness.
get out of here.
Yes, ma'am. So
Wow,
if it's
I did
brothers
not
leading
know
others out
that.
of darkness and community revolution in progress, guess what? We're together.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
not it was defense against white government. You see, which was infiltrating the communities
Yeah.
in the 60s, bringing all this poison in our communities.
Uh-huh.
You see, so if you got that little infringement right there, you can open up and access everything else. And that's
Betrayal.
what you got.
The double
Wow.
agent.
That's what you had.
so is that, so now they both started out being positive, and then somehow the negative got in there. And what?
Even the Black Panther Party was positive.
Yeah,
But they gonna tell you it's negative. Any black, even the Brims.
Empowerment.
Brims was black revolution in motion. That's what it started.
Okay.
So anything that unifies black people, anything that uplifts black people, that somebody gonna find. Since we don't own no media stations, we don't own no radios. So anything
Tell
that's
it.
propaganda, that's not for
us.
to continue to break you down, that's what's gonna be promoted. They're gonna promote twerking. They're gonna promote
That's true.
smoking. They're gonna
That's
promote
right.
drugs. They're gonna
Tell it.
promote all this different activity in the community that's continuing to break us down and break us apart. They're gonna
That's
make
true.
reality shows on how black women can't get along. They're gonna make
Thank
TV
you.
shows. And then guess what? They're
That's
gonna
true.
promote all the black independence. Like, it's cool for black intelligent women to continue to do what they do, but you can't make a baby by yourself. You can't
Wow.
do anything like that to continue the population of the earth by yourself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if you just elevate the black woman and leave the black man,
behind.
Thank you.
how we gonna grow together?
That's right.
So now
That's
it
right.
becomes no more the same Willie Lynch syndrome of the field nigga and the house nigga.
I was
Guess
listening
what?
to that on
It's a
Reference.
problem.
Yeah.
So now you turn the black woman against the black man.
Come
That's
on.
what she say. And the black man been so dehumanized and so
That's right.
put down on
Yeah.
all his life. Oh, the black man sorry. Black man don't do this. Black man just sit up and
Yeah.
play game. Black man that got all these baby mamas. Black man, black man.
Yeah.
If you continue
Then
to
you
say
ain't want
that,
to be a black man.
you don't want to be a black man.
That's true.
And then you have the only culture with no identity, within the culture, you African American or are you black? How is African and American, two different countries? How am I this? It's a problem. You see, so therefore you in flux already. But if I was to teach you that you was them people in the Bible that God was talking about, then it might show you a little unity somewhere.
Yes.
But they don't want to show you that. So we get promoted as the undergird for everything, the scum of everything. And it's been broke down like that from the slave times, where they'd take the black man and rip him apart in front of the black women, or to the pregnant women at that, because that fear, that adrenaline seeping into the baby, and it's going in there. So if your husband, he can't protect you, and you continue to be demasculated in front of you,
your wife,
you gonna run to somebody that can protect you.
True.
So that's the white supremacy that we have in our country. That's continue to be just trickle down in our communities. That's what we have.
And so another thing that we have is that black person that you were talking about in the high places that is being the gatekeepers, or at least they're not helping us stand on our feet. They're not bringing us up where they're at. They're okay. They're comfortable allowing the population of blacks to stay in a certain level while they stay there with just a couple of, other superior people or whatever they got going on. But they got they're basically the enemy too, because the white man wouldn't be able to do it unless it was some black leaders that are also in cahoots with what they're doing.
Exactly.
Because I always notice they go get the same two people every time a black boy gets shot by a white police officer or something. They go get what's his name with the bad perm and they go get him and he'll make a long speech, but then you won't really see no progress. But then they had a grassroots movement. It started off with Black Lives Matter. It was kind of a grassroots movement, but then I found out that behind the scenes, the white people took it over, and then they kind of start trying to make it a gay agenda behind the Black Lives Matter. And it's two gay women that are leading the Black Lives Matter. That's why I never really got involved in that movement, because I want to know who's really behind it, what's behind that. I don't want to just be, if I like what they're talking about, that's one thing, but I want to make sure it's either a spiritual, the Lord is really behind it. Really, he needs to be behind it before I get behind it. And so when I found out that Black Lives Matter was going, it was like all this stuff going on in the background. I was like, no, I can't really get behind that, even though Black lives do matter. But I'm just saying, like, there's just so many things that you keep seeing play out in the media, and you're just like, when is there going to be more than just a speech real quick and a couple lights and a couple people walking down marching down the street, and then there's really no real change, like, and the thing, I'm sorry if I'm taking too much time, but the thing that pissed me off the most was
go sit there.
When those 9 black people was gunned down in Charleston at their own church in 2015. Y'all remember Dylan Roof?
Yeah, I remember
Dylan Roof. You heard more about Dylan Roof's, his background and who he was than any of the victims. I had to actually search out the information. I mean, I knew it was 9 of them that passed, but you didn't really find out that much about them because they were glorifying Dylan Roof, and indirectly they were kind of glorifying him because they were talking about why he did it and this and that, and they really weren't talking about the fact that these people did not deserve to be ambushed in America, and Dylan Roof was born and raised right here in America. He, how could he miss all the Martin Luther King, parades? How could he, how could he miss the Jesus story? He was born and raised right here in America. How did he miss all that and still become this full of demons racist? And how was he able to execute? He didn't just think about doing this craziness. He executed it, and I believe he had help. I just can't accept that this boy did all this by himself. And he knew where to go, because this man was a predominant. The people that did, and I did find out about this man that he murdered, the preacher. He was really like a community activist in Charleston. Like he was a servant of the people. And so just for this guy to randomly be dealing with to randomly pick this church out, and that particular church out, it was really kind of suspect to me. And then I was really hoping that we would see black people really, not just blacks, but all people really bond together, come together and do something to show that we're not going to stand for the devil coming on our, now he done got too bold now. He's coming to our places of worship thinking that he can just, ambush us like that. And so when I thought about it, I was like, they kind of they knew there was a real big, uproar. So they try to hurry up and have Obama say a speech at one of the funerals. He did do a couple of the funerals of the victims that passed. And then they had the same guy with the bad perm. He did a couple speeches and stuff. But I was like, where was the rest? What else? Nothing else really happened. But the Lord don't like ugly. 'Cause I noticed after that, because that happened in 2015, I noticed that the church shootings started happening in the white churches too. Yeah, it started happening in white churches. It started happening more frequently, and it started happening in both white and not just black. Because I was like, this was really a prosecution of our religion too. It wasn't just that they were black. That was also a persecution of them being people of faith. And so for no one else to really figure out that that's really what was going on, they tried to make it a white-black thing, but it really was a form of persecution, because he didn't go into a mosque. He didn't go into a Jewish synagogue and shoot them people down. He chose Christian people. But yet the Christians did not band together, and they did not do nothing, did absolutely nothing about it.
Because a lot of Christian faith in America has been taught as passive faith. It's been taught as passivity.
Exactly.
See? So you think just because you believe in Jesus, you're shown a false Jesus from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? And then you're taught to take anything and wait for heaven later on.
Turn the other cheek, no matter how much
that's a problem.
you do.
I never read that in the Bible.
Dylan Roof couldn't have went up in no mosque and did that. He couldn't have went up and killed 9 Muslims in America and still. Actually, he wouldn't have even made it to trial, because they would have shot him down before he made it to trial. Now, not that I'm saying that should have happened with this incident, but there should have been something more that should have took place after that happened, because we just kind of took it. As a culture, we just took that. And we just said, okay, we're going to compensate the families financially and all that, and we're just going to kind of sing Kumbaya and
So what did you want to happen, though?
I wanted to see revival. Revival looks different to me. Revival is just unity of real believers. And really, we're saying to Satan's people, this is where you stop, Satan's people. We're not going to take this type of assault, because we have the real power, not you. But see, because we have all these people that are double agents, T.D. Jakes didn't really say too much. Where was, some of these, Joel Osteen didn't really say too much. I mean, like, where's like the real movements that could have really took place after something big like that happens? People are kind of looking for the leaders to say, okay,
what we gonna do next?
What are we gonna do next to help our young people not be able to filter this kind of hate? That means that there's so many places in society where blacks are openly hated, openly mistreated. Where Dylan Roof felt like, well, the cops are doing it. They don't have an excuse to really kill who they're killing, because they know that they didn't feel fear for their life when they shot down all these different people, because we keep having it put in our face. Trayvon Martin, we had that put in our face so much. So Dylan Roof said that when I read his comment, he said he wanted to start a revolution. But you know what he really meant? He meant he thought the blacks were really gonna stand up against the whites, because the whites been shooting us down for a while. The whites been shooting us down systematically. So he thought that this was going to ignite was a racial war, but he was really talking about blacks get up. Blacks get up. They shooting y'all in the streets. And I shot y'all with no reason, no cause, and I went in your church. So he's like, I'm a big enough demon. I'm going to go where you worship, and I'm going to actually, that was like a Goliath spirit. But what did we do? We just sat back, sang a couple songs, said a couple speeches, and took it. And that's why after I started seeing more of these shootings happening in the churches and all these little random places, I was like, see, because we didn't do what we should have did when that first one happened in 2015. There had never been nothing like that happen. And I mean, there have been bombs and stuff years ago, not in our generation though. In our generation, mostly even your generation, has there been anything like that where anybody ambushed a church like that?
Not back in our day, we did.
And so when the enemy is rising up like that, and we sitting back and we just kind of taking it, I don't understand that.
I'm gonna vote for you, girl. Run for president.
I'm sorry. I mean, you just hit a nerve though, because
but that's true what you're saying a lot of time. But like I didn't know all that stuff right there, because I'm not into the. I mean, I just wasn't into the gang stuff, Yeah,
so I didn't know the Crips. I
always wondered why they didn't like the red, why they didn't like the blue. I'm thinking it was
something
colors, or something.
They try to make us think.
To cause thing, but I didn't know it was a positive thing starting out. A positive.
Yeah, that's what it all started for.
From positive, and then it go into the negative.
And it's only been negative only because the big homies that's supposed to be passing down information and being that example ain't doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a lot of people haven't been taught, you know,
true.
that
So it perpetuates.
that
It just
that
keeps
perspective.
So then the cycle just keeps
Yeah,
continuing.
and
So-
then you get the movie, the movement, the music, and all that. And if it's all negativity, that's what you're gonna get.
That's right. Because, you know, they even making the music like that. You know, they make, this one song that, where one of the song where the girl said, I can be your woman on the week, you'll get your man on the weekend. I can't think of the name of it, but that, you know, and that's teaching our young girls it's
be in-
okay
to
to
be,
share. You know, we
to
have
share a
so
man.
much that, like you said, thrown out there at us, and then the young people, they accept that stuff because they used to it. You know, I want you to read your poem that you, the one that you was reading to us a while ago.
Oh, the queen. Want me to go grab it?
Yeah, grab
the
that
queen.
poem. I liked about the queen. Is that the one, the
that's
queen?
it. Let me grab it.
Yeah, because we get so used to hearing these words that we accept those words. And I thought that was so nice, the one that you just wrote about the
Got
queen.
you, I got you.
Right now.
You like that?
I like that called.
It say, and I passed this. I gave them this when I finished talking to them. At the
That's
school
good.
today. So it say, Queen, peace, little sister. I see you draped in gold and big words on your sleeve that say Queen. Queen of what, if I may ask? You say a queen bitch. Sorry, little sister, but
That's
those
right.
terms contradict.
There you go.
Unless you a queen of being stepped on, treated less, devalued, dehumanized, abused, and misled, then I guess the term fits you well. So please, go ahead. Be argumentative and loud. Smoke weed with the homies and get passed around if that's your aim. Cause a queen bitch need a hood nigga, the complete opposite of creation. Cause your true essence would awaken the nation. Step your standards up and force dudes to chase them. Principle oriented, self-respect and confidence. Elegant speech that leaves the mind blazing, the true reflection of amazing. A mirror image of strength and passion, no more second classing. Intellect and spirit finally clashing. Rise from the abyss and stop being someone's entertainment, someone's secret, someone's punching bag, someone's sex object, someone's trophy. Stop being someone's anything until you're valued as someone. So a queen bitch? Sorry, little sister, but those terms contradict. Peace.
See? I like that. We shouldn't be wanting to be called that word.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I just wanted you to mention, you said you had a dream just before coming, you know, while you were incarcerated.
Yeah.
You were supposed to do a certain time, and you knew when you were coming out because
I knew.
this dream let you know. I wanted you to talk about that.
Okay, yeah, man. When I came up for parole in 2012, right? I got locked up in 2003. So I was doing good in 2012 though. I had been shipped. I was cool. I was chilling. It was laid back. You know, I was in my word. I was really doing what I was supposed to be doing. So I felt like, you know, hey, I need to go home, guys. Right?
That's right.
You made
So,
the change.
Yeah, I'm on point now, man. It's
All
time
right.
to go.
All right.
And he said no. He gave me 2 dreams the night I got a note, a lay-in. It's a note that says you're up for parole. You're going to visit the parole office in the morning, right? So I got the lay-in and I went to sleep. I'm like, man, Lord, I'm on top and ready. Bam, I'm telling everybody, you know, I'm excited. So when I woke up, I went to sleep and I had a first dream. And I was sitting in front of the parole board and talking to the lady, and she said, no, 1 year set off. Immediately I woke up. Got me messed up. That's the devil, right? They gotta be the devil.
You gotta be.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause-
So that was your dream.
yeah. And
Okay.
it was real, like I'm sitting here talking to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you see, so the next, I went back to sleep, and I had the dream again.
Uh-huh.
You see, and I'm like, man, but it was another setting, but with another lady, and it was the same outcome.
Oh.
1 year set off, meaning I'm not coming up again for another year to even be reviewed.
Okay.
See, so with that, I woke up and like, man, you know, then the scripture popped in my head. Like, read the scripture, man. You remember this? Remember when the king had 2 dreams to show that it was me? You see, so that was, and I went and looked, and oh yeah, okay, all right, so I'm just gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't worried
Right,
about it.
right.
But other people, even my family, they were like, oh man, you ain't coming home. You know what I'm saying? What you doing down there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I ain't doing nothing. No, I already know what's going on. Then people would come talk to me and be like, you finna go home, you finna go home. God told me to tell you. And I'd be like, God said what? What's my name? Because you gotta know my name. If God
God's
told
really
you to tell you
talk to you.
to talk to me,
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? So after that, I told God that, man, look, if they gonna give my wife a dream,
That's
and she had a dream about it, she don't even know nothing how the parole board operate.
Wow.
So she came and told me I had a dream you was coming home and this and that and everything, and it was a setting and 3 people was there and there's 3 people on the board. And the way it was set up, that's the way it was set up, but she don't know the way it was set up.
She
You see
didn't
what I'm
know.
saying?
Wow.
So
God is good.
when the 3rd year came, I already knew it. I'm out the door and I'm waiting to go. Every day when I got that lay and I'm on my own chain tonight. Am I leaving tonight? No, you ain't on. Okay, let's make sure because I know I'm finna go. And that's the thing. But when I knew I was finna go, I was prepared to go.
Go.
See, a lot of people in their life.
Yeah.
They saying they ready to go somewhere,
And
but
they
you
not
prepared.
You're not
ready.
preparing.
You got
That's
too
right.
much baggage.
Yeah, come
You
on.
really ain't
Carrying
ready
it,
to
still
go nowhere.
carrying it.
How you ready to go?
That's right.
If I tell you, hey, okay, I'm taking you and you going to California tomorrow.
Okay. Well, let me hold on. I gotta get this airplane
We
worth
ain't
the
got time
baggage.
for that. You see
You
what
need
I'm
to be
saying?
ready.
You need to
right?
be
You need
ready.
to be ready.
Yeah.
But everybody move with no urgency in life. Everybody
time
be
for it.
comfort.
I got time.
Everybody just want to do what they want to do and
No
want
name.
God to fit them.
Right. So did God tell you were ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you knew it. You knew it then. Okay.
Did you get out at that time?
Mhm.
Wow.
September 4th, 2014.
So what did you do when you got out?
Same thing I was doing when I was in.
What? Study?
Study, teaching, had a youth program.
You was already doing it.
Already doing
I
it.
was teaching at the school in prison, a CIP course,
believe
cognitive
that.
intervention program, helping people get ready to go home, helping people change the way they think. I wrote that book while I was locked up. I sat down and wrote it. The youth program that I had today, I sat down in the day room and wrote the whole program. Everything God gave me then is what I do now. But did I just come home and get on top of that like that? I did and I didn't. I came home, I got off track a little bit. Then I procrastinated. Got
Sounds
caught up in
familiar.
the mix, enjoying my freedom. Like, man, but then I go back. Like my wife, she, why y'all watching them prison movies? You ain't institute. But I need to watch this because this is where my mind was at. This is the discipline that I'm at. This is where I'm at. You see, everybody else
Okay.
is just floating through, really with no parameters around them. So I have to enforce my own parameters.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Tell me how that one day I went to see you speak and you said that there was a guy that always was following you around in the prison, and you said something profound that day. You said, and I said, why do you think he was following you around like that? And you tell me what you.
Oh,
tell me
okay,
what you
talking
told
about like one of my cellies.
Yeah, one of the
Oh,
sellers.
I had a cell. He cool dude. But every time I come out the cell, he come out the cell. Every time I go in the cell, he go in the cell. Every time he want to yell, come on, man, what's up, man? It's my boy though. But I understood that he couldn't be by himself.
Self. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because when you by yourself, you got to deal with those demons. You got to deal with that. That's why,
true.
like solitary segregation, a lot of people commit suicide.
That's right.
A lot of people can't be by themselves.
Themselves.
That's scary.
You
though.
can't even get in the car and not turn your music on because you don't want to hear your thoughts.
That's serious.
Every time you by yourself, you
Serious.
got to have something playing. You can't have silence because silence will reveal you.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't want to get with that.
Wow.
But it's interesting that you figured all that type of stuff out while you were incarcerated.
Told y'all thugology.
It's almost like you was
Thugology.
because that's psychology. That is a psychology to see that in his behavior, to be able to figure it out.
That is awesome.
That's good.
That is so good. I'm just really, I've learned a lot tonight. I am so glad. I see the Crips in the blood different now.
Yes.
I never, that is so educational because when you are not around a lot of that, you don't know that. So you only believe what you hear,
Yes.
and accept a lot of things on that. So that was real interesting. Gosh. So what are your goals? What are your goals for now?
My goals for now, what I'm doing right now, to continue with this movement, this Project
Okay.
100,000,
Okay.
passing out the books and everywhere. And it's not just in Texas, that's everywhere.
Okay.
So as we keep moving in that. Also, got our own school program coming up soon.
Okay.
So I really want to snatch these kids out of school, start with my own kids, because I'd rather have my own private institution.
Okay.
You know, so that's what I'm working on. That's gonna be done. I got a lot of good people that's with me, that's supporting what we're doing, and they see it. Because if you can't, if you want my son or my daughter to be in an environment that's not conducive to their growth, but you want to control them, I don't want them there.
Okay.
You see, and that's where we at. We just send our kids to these schools, and we don't even believe in half of the things they doing.
Or do we know what they're doing?
You see, we don't know, because we so busy with work and everything else. But you better go get this vaccination. Vaccinations ain't like they was back then. You know what I'm saying? There's so much different stuff in this. You're not finna. My daughter run around right now, jump up and down, and act a clown. Why? 'Cause she won. You see, now if she come home from the doctor and she just sitting there like this, I'm gonna be real mad. And I don't care how much money I get in the lawsuit, that ain't gonna bring my daughter back. You see
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
You're right.
So, but we're pressed to them. So you gotta why are you pressing us to take our kids to these doctors so bad? It's
So
a
they can go to
problem.
school. Yeah.
So they can go to school
The
and
form of
they
control.
ain't never been sick till they get to this school. They ain't never been sick till they get that medicine.
That vaccination.
Ain't nothing wrong with them until they go out of my sight. It's a problem. You see what I'm saying? And then we don't really hone in on it. And then every time your son go, he sit at home. He normal. He like to draw. He like to run around. He do things little boys do. Right? You get rough, climbing trees. That's ADD now. You see what I'm saying? How is that ADD?
That's true, though.
He ran around
You're
shooting
right.
water guns and all this stuff. Now that's a problem. He's a terrorist.
Yeah.
You're not gonna just label my son or anybody I know with that type of
That's
thing,
true.
and you giving them this medication, but you're too busy to go to the school to see. The school right now, you gotta go through it like you going to visit a jail.
That's the truth.
That's true.
That's
You
the
can't just
truth.
walk in. My mama used to walk in and look through the window.
And look through the window.
They take my
Boy, I
driver's
see you
license
looking-
and my keys.
And you be
Before I
scared.
can
You
get
be
back to
jumping.
see-
Yeah.
Before I can go get back to see my son, like they got to have my driver's license and my keys up front.
And make an announcement. You make an announcement.
And have a
saying,
card.
I wanted to catch you teaching the way you teaching. I wanted to hear how you was talking. So now when you pull up, of course you're gonna be doing right. They made up. Mr. Alexis is coming down the hall.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, come on, Julian, he's a great kid. Get out of here, man. Who y'all think y'all fooling?
When you go to the school, you got to go to the office, and you got to get on bad people.
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Like I gotta visit my son. That's crazy.
Through the glass.
You gotta go through. You gotta go through the door.
Call it, man, I know that you coming. Because I don't know that you.
Like on that one movie.
That is a good point,
Lean
though.
on me.
Yeah.
You go. Lock the door. Lock the door.
That's a problem.
That's yes.
I want to say something real quick. I like what you're doing because you're educating the world of the things that are going on. And I think you should make movies and DVDs as well as what you're doing. I think, that would let the world know what's going on.
Oh, it's gonna be
science-wise
exposed.
in a certain area. I don't know how far. I know Facebook goes around the world, but I think it will get it out there even better. And I thank you for that.
Amen.
All right, we're gonna give a hand clap to Rahhimm for being brave enough to come on the show and talk. And that's what we're about, is to get the word out and everything. Just a few announcements coming up in April, the 24th through the 26th. We will be having our WIG conference, and WIG is Women in God. I know people are like, what is the WIG conference? But that's Women in God. I love wearing wigs off and on. So that's going to be held April the 24th, 25th, and 26th. We have some dynamic speakers, and I'll have that list later on. That's going to be at 7:00 p.m. and it's open up to men and women, so the men can see what goes on with us and everything. So put that, save the date, April the 24th, 25th, and 26th, 7 p.m. We're going to have some dynamic speakers, praise dancers, poetry, mimes, and all is going to be here. So just come out and put those dates. We also, we have some businesses. One of the businesses we have is the Kirk booth. The Kirk booth. Y'all hear it? The Kirk booth. It is
The
a
perfect
portable
addition to
photo
your
booth.
next event. Book us now,
We
the
do
Kirk booth.
everything. The only
We
thing
bring the
haven't
life to
made
the
it
party.
our funerals,
From
and
corporate
we're
events
working on
to
that
weddings
too.
to birthdays
part
and
is,
much
you know,
more,
you never
we've
see
done it
people
all.
when somebody passes or
Packages
something.
include
We
unlimited
can
photo
set up a
printing,
Kirk booth there. You
unlimited
can
text
take pictures and
messaging,
take
a
'em home.
USB
Good
drive
idea,
with
right?
all
We'll try to
photos,
make that happen.
video recording,
But
props,
we do weddings,
backdrops,
we
and
do
logo branding,
quinceañeras, we
as well as
do,
a friendly attendant on
job
site to
fairs, we
assist
do
with
it all,
rental.
birthday
Call
parties.
today and find
So
us on
think about
Facebook or
renting
visit
the
our
Kirk
website
booth.
for more
My son
info.
is the CEO. He invented it, and my husband built it for him. So think about the Kirk booth when you're getting ready to have fun. We do prints, we text, we email. So think about the Kirk booth. We're going to, we have so many different businesses that I don't have time to name them all, but just think about us and check us out.
Yeah.
Next month, we will not be having the Talk of Life talk show on February 11th, but we might be coming at you with another date, but we will have it at the end of the month. Tune in for us. We also on YouTube as well. Send us some topics. We need topics that you might not want to talk about, but we can if it's a good, good topic. We want good topics and everything. So at this time, Rahhimm, we are so happy that you took the time to come out and be with us. And we hope you can come back and be with us again at your leisure. We send a shout out to your wife and your family and everything. And thank my audience, my Facebook Live audience, YouTube. Check us out. We're looking forward. I would love to say this. My other co-host, Linda Smiley, wasn't with us tonight. She's in Eudora, Arkansas. Her mother passed last week. And we send out you a shout out, Linda Smiley. We are praying for you and your family. May God bless you and keep you. And we should be there on Saturday to support you. So we just want to send a little love to you. Stay strong. I know you are, but you can still cry if you want to. So we love you. Thank you. And until next time, a shout out to my son, the producer, Emmanuel. We love you. And we also want to thank the American Legion Hall, 1250 Mansfield Avenue. They also rent the building out for weddings or whatever. Check us out. Come down and look at the place. It's a beautiful place. You can rent it for all kind of things. Just check with Sylvia Chest. She's the first lady. And we should send a shout out to James Chest, the commander of the American Legion Hall at 1250 Mansfield Avenue. All right. Thank you all. See you next time on the Talk of Life Talk Show with Elma. Love you.